Welcome to Business and Tech, interactive discussions about business, technology and wealth. For the last few decades, people across the world had a privilege of living a luxurious life in a state of great comfort and freedom. But that might all change. In the beginning of the year 2020, the world faced possibly its biggest challenge of the century: a coronavirus. While the humanity is still trying to collectively solve this problem, we try to identify 5 major trends of how our living standards might be affected once this pandemic is over, and what major changes should people foresee in their day-to-day life in the after-corona world. Number 1, Business, not as usual. Once the major economies lift off the measures of quarantine and as several day-to-day consumer services resume, many of the social distancing practices will still remain in our society as mandatory measures, and many businesses will have to embrace those protective practices. For instance, in new guidelines and protocols for reopening of malls and food and beverage outlets released by Dubai government, restaurants will only be allowed to operate at 30% capacity and will have to ensure 2-meter social distancing once they reopen. Food and beverage outlets must also use only disposable, individually wrapped plastic utensils, dishes, and packages, while tables and chairs have to be cleaned with 75% alcohol after each use. Food and beverage outlets will be required to hang a red tag on the front entrance to indicate the number of customers allowed in. Same maximum serving capacity measures will apply to shopping malls, stores, banks, post offices, grocery stores, and really to all public or private commerces having multiple clients serving at once. For small businesses such as beauty salons, or any other services requiring close contact with a customer, they will be required to protect their workers excessively since they often enter in a physical contact with a client. We also foresee businesses related with traveling to increase their sanitary measure to ensure the safe environment for their clients. And really, it does not matter if it's a perfume boutique or a construction business. In the post-COVID world, any business owner will have to reimagine their businesses and to embrace the required sanitary practices in order to protect their workers and their clients. Business, not as usual. At least not for the near future. Number 2. Digital migration. Prior to COVID-19, the world was already migrating towards digital medium at a very rapid pace. However, we foresee this digital adoption accelerating significantly due to the coronavirus. Before COVID-19, just 7% of American office workers had the alternative to work from home. Today, remote working is a necessity. The world is conducting a worldwide work from home experiment, and there is a great deal of chances entrepreneurs will acknowledge how beneficial and economical it is. Working from home could mean a more happy employees. The normal commute to work has increased on average by 20 minutes over the previous decade, and specialists state that those 20 minutes influence greatly work fulfillment. Besides, various studies show that individuals working from home save on time and have close to 3 weeks of free time in a year. Another important aspect of people's lives is education. We foresee educational institutions migrating into remote education. For instance, universities and colleges spend significant portion of their yearly budgets to maintain their on-campus premises, and are still limited to the number of new students they can enroll due to their class capacity. Students and institutions might embrace distance learning with good reason. Universities benefit by adding students without having to construct costly classrooms and housing, and students reap the advantages of being able to work where and when they choose, thus creating a true global and smart network. Many other industries are adopting rapidly remote business models. One of such is medicine. Virtual doctors are gaining popularity, and with rapidly evolving medical testing technology, telemedicine might be beneficial for everyone. When infected people stay at home to consult their doctor, they are limiting the spread of the virus through public gathering in hospitals or clinics during quarantine. Many businesses such as lawyers, notaries, designers and others showed significant increase in usage of digital technologies during pandemic, to continue their vital services while eliminating physical contacts with individuals during quarantine. We believe this trend will continue to accelerate and digital technology will be embraced by many other businesses. Number 3. Local manufacturing. According to data published by the United Nations Statistics, China accounted for 28% of global manufacturing output in 2018. That means that 1/3 of all products are made in China. China also produces half of entire world's steel production and almost 25% of all the medical APIs. When China shutted down its manufacturing sector because of the coronavirus outbreak, many important industries such as pharmaceuticals, manufacturing and others across the entire world, became short of supplies and were not capable to produce their finished goods. Businesses and industries realized during a pandemic that relying on complex foreign supply chains, sourcing from China and other countries, is both risky and not sustainable, especially during critical times. We foresee industries and businesses gradually shifting their core productions to local manufacturing, in order to secure the stability of their production chains. This will result in resurrection of local manufacturing, and the creation of more local jobs, in various sectors of economy. Number 4. Automation. Automation was already a part of manufacturing and day-to-day business process since many decades. However, we believe coronavirus will speed up automation processes across various sectors of economy. During a pandemic, many business owners faced a challenge of protecting their workers from the spread of the disease, while ensuring their business operations are intact. It became clear that the most effective way to have a pandemic-proof business is to remove humans from the equation as much as possible. Automation solutions will allow businesses to automate repetitive processes that would otherwise be done manually by humans. It also helps businesses improve work productivity and reduce operating costs during this challenging time. We believe the automation trend will be enforced by coronavirus, as the technology is more available as a turnkey solution for more types of industries than ever. Number 5. Life science. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the world is looking to the life science and healthcare sectors to provide solutions. The biopharma industry has been looking for ways to accelerate the drug development process for some time, and the coronavirus crisis has created the urgency for the sector to move rapidly. Whether it's finding the vital vaccine needed to return things back to normal, or the manufacturing of much-needed testing and treatment equipment, life science sector is playing a vital role to help alleviate the impact on healthcare systems all over the world. There has never been a more important time for the sector to lead the way. We think history will look at the coronavirus pandemic as a moment where life science really shined, where all the technologies of the new millennium were brought together, alongside data-driven public health measures, to beat down a global outbreak. This is possibly the finest moment for scientists that we have ever witnessed in our life, and we believe this industry will benefit from this pandemic and is set to thrive in the future. That is it for this report. Please consider subscribing to our channel, and stay informed about important topics, in a very interactive way.